This Italian, they've got awesome Wildwater in Italy, and so I think they'll be used to this big bouncy wave train that he's just in right now around the corner.
That's just in front of our Conti box, by the way.
Done that really nicely. He's cutting it nice and tight around that island and making down his right-hand line.
Well, what can you see?
Just a limit check there, coming up to the bend before the last bridge. This move here, this is sort of the crucial move for the Wildwater guys. They have to make a move from right to left, and this is sort of where a lot of people can come unstuck. He's sort of moving not too bad now, and he's approaching the finish, looking strong.
Do we have a time of reference?
I think anything under 50 seconds yesterday for the C1s.
So it's the same course for the qualifications and the finals.
Yeah, but you don't know if the water level's slightly different from day to day. Every time we jumped on, it's been a little bit changeable, especially around this corner. So
Simon Hosheva from Slovenia, the next to go. They're going very rapidly, one after another. So as the courses go on the circuit, is this a fair representation, or is it a bit different?
as courses go, this is really high-end, tricky whitewater. We normally have some whitewater and a lot of flat to sort of get the speed and the sprint up, but this is unforgiving. This course is really good. It's really pure whitewater.
So 50 seconds of fun or torture, but 3 seconds up as we speak.
The Slovenian's been paddling really well down this course. He attacks it all. He's really no good. Proven stoppers there.
So just one long adrenaline rush, really.
Yeah. And trying to keep the boat running as straight as possible all the way down. It's so tricky here because it's so pushy and so many tight sort of eddies and boils.
Well, so far he goes into first place with only 2 athletes gone. So the characteristics, are all the boats the same, or do they vary greatly?
C1 isn't our category, so I'm not sure how we can comment, but I think there's various sort of designs and shapes and models, and I think
We'll move on to the K1, we'll talk about that, but we do have at the moment Paolo Razzuti from Italy.
I feel like that
Second
corner
Italian.
would really benefit a lefty there, because you're just constantly turning around there and controlling it. He's flown through that, stopped through that eddy though a little bit too much.
So the general rules, what's the shortest course you're allowed?
I'm not sure. I think last week in Slovenia they had a super short sprint. What was your time through that?
Oh, the World Cup in Celje, Slovenia last week, we had the winning time was just under 30 seconds, which was quite incredible. It's the shortest one we've done. Yeah.
Well, where's he going to sit so far? Well, 3 athletes gone, says into 3rd place at the moment. It is Simon Hosheva from Slovenia is leading the pack, and Václav Krestek from the Czech Republic.
The Czechs are really strong in C1. They've got several people in the final. They're looking to put a really good run down, I reckon. He's timing it nicely around that corner.
Well, look, half a second up, as you say, that's
You can just see how he's timing it round now, the wave chain around that corner. He's just carrying the boat speed all the way through. He's done that really nicely. Bit more steering to make across to the left-hand line now, though. That was good. I think he's looking for a fast time, this one.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
So there's no pacing, is there? It's flat out all the way.
Pretty much. I mean, on this course, you want to be right on the line to make the time.
That's a good run.
Yeah,
Good time.
really quick.
47.77. So the warm-up they need to do, because it's instant heartbeat going 180 a minute, isn't it? Well, they're doing fairly severe warm-ups.
Yeah, and about an hour ago they got allowed to practice runs down the course for a block of time, so they'll be getting out there and getting a feel of the water and the pump of the arms, I guess, but they'll all be doing sort of a good 10 to 15 minute like flat water warm-up before in the warm-up pool, and off the water warm-ups as well for quite a while. So this is a Frenchie coming up now. I think his home course, there's a definite advantage here. You can see the lineup of the French. They've made a sort of huge numbers in the finals.
We'll see how the water. The reason we're looking at some slow-mos is we have a no-show, or does not start, who's Mattia Quintarelli from Italy also. So we had 3 potential talents in a row. And here we have Renan Cordier from France. And we'll see what sort of advantage he has.
Ronan's absolutely ginormous. He's got such a long reach in his boat, I think that.
It's an unfair advantage.
Yeah, well, if you can use it well, it's going well. he can reach across all those stoppers and those waves and control that boat. It's got to be handy.
Because you're sort of pint size, aren't you? So you still manage to beat the big ones.
I am slightly vertically challenged, yes. But I've got a nice lower centre of gravity, I like to think, and
I'm sure.
yeah, it seems to work for me anyway. But you know, lots of people, lots of canoeists in various shapes and sizes. And that's what's lovely about whitewater. It's just how you paddle as an individual. It's making this look lovely though around these stoppers. As the British, we named the stoppers past the really unoriginal 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Sounds very logical.
So,
More of a German approach.
Yeah, and the move from 3 and 4 is so crucial to the boat speed that it's
Well,
close.
it moves into second place at the moment. So you really need to, as you get, have you paddled on here before this World Cup?
No, this was the first week out here. I think for most nations as well.
So another France, Stefan Santamaria. Let's see how he goes.
He's been looking really strong on this course, really fluid all the way around.
So I suppose it's quite logical, isn't it? You break it down into sections so you can all understand.
Yeah.
Oh, big
Oh, that's not good.
It's not going to be happy with that.
So he decides to spin almost.
Yeah, he's keeping the boat running straight round the corner, but he's blown it. He knows it. He's bidding.
I guess if you're more than 2 seconds out, it's just
He's bidding this run.
paddle down the hook. And then most of these athletes also going in the classic distance.
Yeah, the vast majority would have raced a couple of days ago on Thursday. You get quite a divide when the course is so short, from 50 seconds to the sort of the 11-minute classic we had.
So we started. So the other
Split
day
the
it was
athletes.
starting off going. This is the start, wasn't it? Going down the Whitewater course, and then you went out into the Gav, which is the main river, just at the end of this. Which if you had some overall picture, you can see.
Yeah, it was quite interesting to start on the sprint course, you know, in tough whitewater, then to actually exit the stadium and, you know, head that way down the main river and towards the back end there. We had a solid rapid at the bottom there also. It was quite a good course.
Well, that's what they want, and it looks like it's Theo Van from France as well.
Yeah, he's looking really solid around that corner. Just turning that boat a little bit wide now. Yeah.
So there's an ideal path in the slalom. There's 3 or 4 combinations, but here there's the A route.
I'd say so. Yeah, there's definitely a fast line, and I think if you wander off it up the top, it sets you off for the rest of the course for
Did
sure.
you, when you're going with your coaches about it, do you have like an overlay and you put like a blue marker down the ideal piece, like in skiing?
Yeah, or we draw it from memory almost actually,
Okay.
rather than
You know exactly where you need to
yeah.
be. And with the fact at the beginning of this course as well, the water fluctuates a little bit.
Oh,
Well, look
he's
how
over,
close.
Yeah. There's a nasty eddy just right at the end. It's caught a couple of our girls out yesterday, bless them. But
Well, Antonio Hales or Hel?
he's an awesome sprinter. I reckon he'd be one of the favourites down this course if we can put a decent run together. His timing his strokes well.
So when's the ideal time to put your paddle in? As often as possible or in certain strategic places?
Well, you want to get as many strokes as possible, but you want to really time them on this course. I think that it's so bouncy and peaky on the waves that if you want to sort of time the strokes well, but you can coordinate if you need to steer with it or just drive forward. So there's a lot of parrying, and you want to, on these bottom drops, be parrying over the top of the stoppers to sort of pull yourself through and carry those boat speed as much as possible.
You got over that last night stopper really good, looking good for the finish here.
It's going to be a quick time, I think. Yes.
There you go.
Well, moves into first place. As you predicted, he's one of the big hitters. And delighted.
You're looking pretty happy about that one.
He knows it was a good run.
Well, moves into provisional first place with only 3 athletes to go. Andre Rolling.
Yeah, Andre's really good as well. Really dynamic in his boat. You can see how he moves his body all the way forward.
He is, isn't he?
He's a bit of a giant. You can see him sort of crouch around. Or he's taken out really close there, that line.
any closer and you lose your...
Half a second up though.
Yeah.
Well, you
Really
can see
attacking.
his stroke rate's extraordinary, isn't it?
You can just see how he backs off during some of the rapids and the weight. Like,
Just to place
timing
over
it,
the stoppers there, yeah, he's doing really well.
Wow. If you keep this going, he's amazing fitness.
Wow.
And he's moved him slightly. It's so tight lines.
Yeah. Driving it down. It's just how much he can carry that boat speed for. That was really nice around that.
Right, looks like we're going to have someone very close.
Yeah. Caught a little bit there, though. He's got to keep accelerating.
He's having to work hard, isn't he, the last bit? Yes,
Oh,
by every
yeah.
second.
Yeah. That was an awesome run. And he knows it.
Yeah, well, that was almost like a wind-up thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. We've got the last Italian coming down. Oh no, Frenchies now.
Yeah, keep more French in Quentin Dazer. See how he can gaze.
Yeah, home course is up already. You can just see some of them just so at home on this water though. They've obviously paddled this quite a bit. They had their French selections this year here, and that experience is going to pay dividends when it comes to racing again and again and again.
Well, the noise is good. We have a good crowd.
Yeah, the support is awesome here. As I said, the weather's much better today, so
Yeah, it's lucky it's coming.
always
Ooh, little problem here.
squeezing there
It's what, a second off the way.
though, potentially. But he was up at the split, so he might
It's going to be close.
push, yeah. Oh, I think Andrek's still got it.
Well, yeah, moves into shows how close they are. 3 within a second.
A tiny margin around that fourth stop at number 4. Just threw him out. Now Lewis in the front set a speedy time yesterday. Really awesome run.
I guess he was the fastest. So
Yeah.
last to go in the final of the C1 coming to you direct from the Po Whitewater course in the southwest of France.
But his time yesterday would have been faster than the fastest time so far today. So if he can do another run like that, oh, he's timing that
Well, look at that, half a second up.
close, yeah. He's cutting that corner lovely, just under the bridge.
Are we going to see the winning run? So far faultless. Oh, but no, he's dropped back a second.
He has lost a bit of time. That corner drop has obviously caught him out of
Check
base.
there a little bit also.
Yeah, it's all slowing the boat speed up a bit too much.
Time to go as forward as you can see. Third place is 46.79. Just outside. Just
Oh.
outside. So,
I feel for him after
well,
stonking
Frenchies
run yesterday. Yeah,
had 5 people in the final, the Frenchies, and there's 2 Czechs who've come out on top.
they are. Czechs are class paddlers out here in the Canoe, and actually internationally they're really strong.
So, that's the first event out the way. You both as kayak paddlers, you tried the canoes, or you just think that's for crazy people with good balance?
Well, you got to kneel on your feet, like it seems like the most uncomfortable position.
Anyway, look, here we go. Czech Republic take gold and silver, and France takes the bronze in a time of 45.7, 1.3 seconds between the first 4 places, and the whole spread's only 6 seconds to 10th place. That's very encouraging.
Yeah, margins, tiny margins.
So essentially, you were saying you have to admire these people very much so for being able to come down and do this.
Well, that or just like they must just not love their legs at all. Like, I think after a while it's about losing the feeling in their toes and feet. But
Right.
the control they've got is insane, though. Fair dues.
And the boats, they're changing the last couple of years. We've seen any developments?
It's a bit different. Every course is different for us river racers, and we've had a lot of quite flat courses. So I reckon there's a lot of boats that have been brought out just to have that flat water speed rather than the big water that we had maybe in Bourg, St Maurice in 2012, and then Sort in 2010.
So Hannah, as a double world champion, do you design your own boat?
Oh no, I don't, but I fully trust Kick the Waves. Thomas Slovak's company, he's out here, another Czech, he designs awesome boats.
And do you say, well, okay, my strengths are this, and I'd like this? Or is it a fairly bog standard boat that we could all buy?
It's a pretty bog standard boat. As a woman, there's actually quite a limited choice, and especially a short woman.
Does it go by height or weight or?
A bit about weight, and also it depends on the deck size in front of you, about how I'd put the paddle in and around, and at the end of the day it's what you're comfy with. You get different boats that are faster but more reactive in white water, which can be nice but actually exhausting when you're on a course like this, and some of the boats nowadays are just sort of gone back to the more stable, sort of just tracking in a nice straight line. And I don't know, you guys jump around boats more than us girls.
Just last question. Sorry, let's go into the final of the women's. So this is going to be the women's final, going in reverse order that we saw before. So, Hannah Brown, why aren't you out there?
Oh well, unfortunately on the classic race I had a bit of a whoopsie in the big rapid at the bottom and popped my shoulder out of its socket. So
What does that actually mean for when you're going to be able to go back in the boat?
I'm not sure about the prognosis at the moment. I have to go back to the UK and have some more scans and checkups, but it's in now and it's pretty uncomfortable, but we'll wait and see, I think.
So you're planning on racing the 2016-2017 sprint season again?
Yes, I hope so. the shoulder isn't ideal for a setup for that, but we'll wait and see what happens. And yeah, looking to come both flat water and wild water next year, because this is later in the season, the World Championships here in Po in September, so this will be an enormous event, an awesome one to attend.
Well, there's some people here who they see there's a little break between the competition. The weather is certainly better than the last couple of days. It's been really just pouring with rain, hasn't it, for the last 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, and it's just so inconsistent. Anytime it slows up, you think, oh, I can get changed into some, a lighter dry top, and next minute it's coming down on you again. And had quite a rough couple of days, so to speak, but it's looking pretty good today.
Czech Republic won and came second in the men's C1. Here we have a Czech athlete, Teresa Brozova, going off first in the women's K1 final.
Czech women are literally just bombing it down this course.
She looks very slight.
Really, yeah, they are quite small, but they seem fearless, smashing it down.
Loves wearing the flare on the helmet. Also.
Yeah. She's representing. She's took a big hit there, but she's controlled it back nicely. There's a nasty eddy on that corner that's caught a lot of us out.
That's good recovery.
Yeah. I think the women, it'll be a lot about making a lovely clean run and just keeping it running straight.
That's not too straight, is it?
No.
That's where I came to grief yesterday.
It's a bit of a vicious eddy there, but you want to cut nicely and carry that boat speed. It's just so tricky. I think as a woman on this course, it's really hard because it's really physically demanding, and you can see that some of the girls are really quite slight and rely so much on their control of the boat. But
they're being thrown around a little bit.
Yeah, the water is so pushy. You can see here the finish is not much fun. But she's going, and actually that's a reasonable time.
Well, 54. So the men came down in 44, so it's about 18% difference. Is that normal?
I think the women's will be quite up with the men's C1, but this is Louise Revel. She's had an awesome run yesterday from Great Britain.
Your
she
teammate.
she really stepped at the mark. She's been out racing since the Worlds, Banjaluka, and the World Cup last week, and she's having a lovely time not being a vegan out here, and I think her paddling's gone from strength to strength.
Not being a
she's
vegan?
Not right here.
She's eating burgers and stuff?
She's eating meat, and I think she's literally paddling better for it, bless her. She's not having an ideal run here, but this is an awesome experience for her to make the final on here in such a tough course. It's unlike any water we have back in Britain, so it's so hard to do. Well, she controlled that well. She's come from a slalom background though. She's got some funky paddle strokes, but that's a big drop there.
We did see a couple of the athletes going slalom and wild water yesterday.
Yeah, that would be an awesome crossover if that can happen again next year.
Well, a bit down off the pace of 4.6 second. Beatrice Grasse from Italy.
Yeah, the Italian women have got really good depth at the moment. She's taking this pretty wide though, but letting the water turn around. See there? Oh no, she's dicing with the eddy, but controlled that well. Just see the concentrate on her face. They're setting up for this drop, looking for the line, right line down this little stopper to make that corner.
Having to put in an extra couple of strokes.
Yeah.
It's not going to help on the speed. She was up.
She is up. It's just about keeping that boat running straight all the way down though.
What was the depth of field? Do you know how many competitors started off at the beginning of the week?
Around 30. I couldn't tell you an exact number unfortunately, but top 12 made it through to the final out here. She's letting the water push her a little bit too much right at the end, and she's lost her advantage she had earlier on.
So what are your thoughts? Early days? They're challenging, they're taking to the challenge, or they're being thrown around a bit?
Well, yeah, no one's really got a nice, super clean run yet, so the lead's there for the taking, and it's one of the French girls coming down now. See if she can keep on top of the leaderboard here.
The French women paddling this really nicely, and I think you can just see they've learnt the course and raced it before.
There's great support out there. There's crowds going off.
Yeah, they're going to rise to the occasion. Marianne's a really young girl, I believe. I know her brother, Cyprian. So I think this is great experience for her to come out here and race, especially on home turf. It's an awesome.
And it's a good idea to have the mixture of slalom and wild water because you have a doubling of the crowd.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think a lot of slalom athletes are out here.
Well, look at that, 5 seconds nearly into the lead at the moment. It's a bit of a difficult reference because Robbie said no one's really taken on the course, but that could have been the first one. Giulia Formentin from Italy.
Getting a good straight rate already. Just setting up for his first corner. It's quite daunting. It's kind of a nice S-bend, and you've got to cut the first one to then cut the right after that. And she's tying with that eddy, but I think she's done that nicely.
Ooh,
Oh no,
bit of
she's
a boost
just
from the
flipped
corner
it.
there.
Bit of a playboat move.
We saw a couple of solid hits yesterday with the boat. I mean, the mending stuff's been outputting.
Yeah, one of our guys we took a right chunk out of our front of our C2. They've had an awesome repair done by the Gala sort of people. She's paddled through that stopper really nicely, but she's carrying that boat speed. Taking a bit of a hit here though. Oh, no, that's all good, and she's powering on. She's definitely fighting all the way.
Second time is 4.64 seconds back, so there's some place there. Maybe into third place, fourth.
She might
Fourth
come
place.
fourth. She lost a lot of time, just hits after those stoppers.
So they're going thickly and fastly. Eliska Kapakova from the Czech Republic next on the water.
Yeah, very distinct pink boat here. It's nice, easy to see in the white water. She's done that corner really nicely though. Actually, she's timing those strokes well. Very nice line through there, making this right hand.
Nice shot through that, really nice.
Yeah, no, boat didn't stall at all.
It's good setup work for the final straight, because this is it doesn't have to be up on the split necessarily here, but if you've got a good setup, a good line leading into these final drops, then you can easily make up the time at the bottom.
Yeah, you can run this really straight, I reckon, but it's just having that control over the water.
Well, let's see if she's going to
So
break
tight on
the
the
new
line.
time.
Oh.
No, just out. Misses to second place and comes out of the boat.
A bit of a
I suppose
caught
it's the
by
best
that
time to
eddy
come out.
again,
There's no
yeah.
risk there.
True.
That should count, that result. That was after the beam, so that's all legal.
Melanie Maths from Switzerland.
She won bronze in the sprint at the Worlds just 2 weeks ago, so she's a really big competition out here, I think.
And when you won gold, were you the favourite?
I don't think so, no. I spent some time out of wild water, so it was a bit rusty in my white water boat. I'm not sure how good I was looking on the course. So.
You just have the powerful sprint.
Yeah, and it's actually about producing something in the final. Like, you've got one run matters.
Well, look at that, 2.42 seconds up from
She's
Swiss S.
Oh, that was
Ooh,
a bit of a dump
big
there.
tail hit.
Yeah.
That
She's
might
got a
slow
lot of
up a
time
bit.
to play with. I think she's still powering down. The boat's still running nicely. Sees stroke after stroke after stroke, and she's
It's going to be, I think it's going to be ahead.
yeah.
Look at that, 1.44 seconds in the lead.
Even with that tail end, she lost about a second there, but she should be happy with that.
So it shows there's some speed. Well, here we go. Next off is Jill Sophie Eckhardt from Germany.
Yeah, now she's a really slight paddler, but she's got awesome control of the boat. You just see her reaching over the waves there.
Throwing around a bit.
Oh, go fight.
It's that eddy. It's
yeah, it's that wave
grabbing
change
a
just
few
before.
people.
Yeah, you can
That's game over, isn't it?
yeah, she's lost a lot of time there, unfortunately. She's still fighting though. She's going to fight all the way down. It's good to see. Racing spirit all the way. I think it's a bit deceptive on the video, but that top corner with those wave change, you're properly like launching out of the water each time and
Flying.
yeah. If you time your stroke wrong or you put a bit too much edge on, you're going to ping round and ping into that eddy. It's pretty tough.
Well, it was the dream start, but let me see where she's going. No, it's not in today. So just give us a rough idea, how much these boats weigh?
10 kilos thereabouts. Yeah, that's the weight limit. The minimum weight requirement.
Yeah.
Martina Sakova, who we saw in the slalom.
Yes, she did, and she won the classic the other day in both C1 and K1. That's pretty.
Anyway, let's just hope she doesn't take up sprint.
Yeah, well, she could be
Quite an all-rounder.
super
yeah.
talented.
Oh.
Oh, she's
Let's hope she has a
launched
spare
off
boat.
that, though. Yeah.
Doesn't seem to bother her too much.
No.
It's looking pretty good beside that.
Still
You
good
can-
on this line.
you
See
can
her
see
put
she
the
comes
split
from
in a second.
Comes from a slalom background because she's everything out the way water, no problem.
Yeah, fearless as well, like fully in control on each stroke. You can sometimes see that. Oh, she got held there though. I think she's not having a perfect run, unfortunately.
Well, it sounds like there's a couple of challenges there. Let's see, but she's going to be close. Look at this.
Yeah,
Taking
I
the long
think
way
Melanie
round.
might have
Moves
held
into
on.
third position. So
She knows it's not the run she could have done. Bless
Okay.
her.
9 of the athletes, so 3 to go. And this could well be Costanza Bonacoscia from Italy.
So she's another awesome sprinter. She's won the past 2 years Worlds. Definitely one to watch, I think.
Well,
She's
marginally up.
cutting a little bit wide there, though, unfortunately. But yeah, she won in Vienna last year, which is a similar sort of artificial slalom course. She could be feeling quite comfortable here. We'll see. I think Melanie's still got a good lead though on that split.
And as you called it, 1.6 up,
Yeah.
down. So
She's done a nice line now, a little bit hesitant, but she's flown past number 4. Stopper 4.
number 4.
Good.
For next year, you have to find a more
Yeah, we'll get some more original
descriptive
names.
name, perhaps.
We've
Yeah.
got some good names for the bottom rapid, but I don't think I can say what they are on here, unfortunately. Second place though, she made up a lot of time.
It
in
looks
that bottom half.
disappointed.
Yeah.
I suppose if you're top of the world, you want to come top, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's Claire Brent from France, 2 athletes to go, and it's a Swiss athlete, Melanie Mathis, who's leading the ball at the moment, going 48.34.
Yeah, we've got the last two of the 2 Frenchies that have been paddling this course really nicely. They just know where to time their strokes.
Before you did your injury, did you actually have a chance to go down here?
Yeah, we paddled here all week, and it was getting better and better. It took a couple of days to definitely get the feel of the water, but we're having some good runs by the end. So it's a bit frustrating not to be able to race, but it's canoeing, isn't it?
Well,
Oh, she's in the
one off.
centre there, unfortunately, but yeah, she's not having the ideal run, but she could make up a little bit of time. Oh no,
She's got stuck in the stopper.
been pushed around, yeah. The moment you hit your tail or your back end, the boat speed just is killed completely, and the water just starts pushing you around in those stoppers. And
Right,
like,
you can see she's drifting off. So we do know that 2 of the athletes, it's Switzerland and Italy, have medals. 1 athlete to go, and also from France,
yeah. No,
Felicia Duprat.
she was the one I've been watching all week. She's paddled it really nicely. She just seems to know where to time her strokes and make it look so effortless. But the pressure's on her. Last off, fastest in the qualifiers. There
Well,
you go.
in
She
touch.
timed that stroke lovely, just to.
And you can see
Nip
she's
round
taking a
there.
much tighter line. isn't
She is, yeah.
Ooh, big check there. Just before
That's a weird one, that one. You seem to get a bit of a body hit every now and again. She's lost a lot of time from that.
Well, 2.9. Can she make it back? Third place with 1.44 seconds back from the, looks like the winning place.
Wait and see. She's timing her strokes well. She's taking another bit of a hit there in number 5, but it could be really close.
Unfortunately, moves to
No.
5th place. So we
And she
do
knows it.
you have to have a winner.
Melanie Matthews, awesome run by her. Yes.
Well, she was
Well
nearly a
deserved.
second clear.
Yeah.
That's a bit of disappointment.
She knows she's had a better run than that. It's so tricky though, this course, to do a consistent run, like run after run. It just pushes you a little bit differently each time, and the waves.
You're probably better on
surge
pronunciation. Tell me who's done what.
Melanie Matthews has won here. Awesome run by her. Constantine from Italy is just for second, and Marion Leches, an awesome young paddler, I think, from France, that hasn't really come on to the senior. I think she's been out in the under-23, so that's awesome for her, and it's just about sort of raising their game in that final. You can see how the nerves probably get to them.
So certainly the last person down hasn't won, so it's not necessarily the favourites who dominate.
No, and I think there's a lot of nerves that play up. I'm sure it's like when you're sat up there and everyone's leaving you in the pool and you're the last one there. It's actually pretty
The hell?
daunting. Yeah, sometimes for me, a couple of weeks ago, I was sick from last when I went off for my final run, and that, I think, just it was quite nice to be in the bunch and sort of off there, and it's always surrounded by paddlers at the bottom and at the top. And
But for you, it's no fluke, is it? Because you've done it before.
I did do it before, yeah, but in 2013, it's been a couple of years. It's hard to reproduce though, I'd say.
Well done for that.
Yeah, thank you.
So we're going to move on now to the K1 men.
This will be a fast and furious one. I imagine some potential blowouts.
So
The
you got
margins
some,
be
you got
so
some
tiny.
mates out there, Rob?
Yeah, definitely. There's a few guys there I've been racing with for a few years now, and guys I've spent time training with, guys that have come out to Australia during their winter and train with me. There's good friends all around, so pretty excited to see how everyone goes on the final. It's quite interesting. The start list will come up shortly, but the French boys actually qualified the
They got
fastest,
all six of them.
all six of their guys in the final, but the fastest 4 qualifiers yesterday.
Oh.
So they'll be the last 4 to take off. So we'll see how the nerves hold, in those final stages. But it should be quite fast. Like some of the times yesterday were quite freaky. I was quite surprised of how low they got. I think it was low 42 seconds was the fastest qualifier, which is pretty slippery out here.
Pretty slippery. New terminology coming into the sport. K1 men's final, and this is the reverse order, I guess, of they qualified. Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon.
Time goes flying so fast.
It's been a busy event though. Slalom and Wildwater is non-stop for the organisers for sure. But they've done an awesome event.
And the boat across yesterday. That was after our qualifications.
Yes, it's been a triple weekend. So there's been the Slalom World Cup, there's the Wildwater World Cup, and then there's something called the Slalom Cross, which is they go off the start gate that we see in a minute goes under a bridge. Well, the Slalom Cross, they go off the bridge, and they do Eskimo turn. They do everything you don't want to do in this sort of boat, don't they?
Yeah, I'd say so.
But it's wild water time now. So, well, the wild water scene in Australia, how does one start? Are you all beach boys who decide you like the waves, or?
That's sort of been my approach, I guess. I live out on the coastal area north of Sydney, and for us we have to drive 3 hours to get any decent whitewater, and it's very rain dependent also. So I was fortunate with my father, got us in quite young. He was always into just general whitewater paddling, and here we go now, the first guy, David.
Top it off. He looks ferocious as he's rating down the river though.
Oh yeah.
He must have had a stonker yesterday. He's actually timing his paddle stretch really nicely
really
there.
Tight line there, looking nice.
That's awesome around that rock.
Well, it's full on, isn't it? It's almost like gravitational pull.
Beautiful line. That's exactly what you want out of that corner there.
See how many G's he's pulling around the corner.
You see the guys that they're rating and they've got the strength in their arms to sort of steer around each stroke as well if they need to.
Oh, this is looking like a really nice
good
time.
Run. Yeah. It's a bit of a hit there, but he's flying all the way down.
We mentioned a 42 was possible. 44.
That's good. That should be quite up there, I
I think
feel.
that's faster than he did yesterday for sure.
Definitely.
He must be happy with that.
Kickthewaves.com.
Very good boat maker.
As I guess your personal sponsor.
This is the manufacturer.
Yeah, and this is him. This is the guy
Okay,
who makes
this
them.
is the guy who makes your boat. Let's hope he comes down in one piece.
Yeah, he's getting the rate up already.
It's good for the sport that you're actually prepared to test out your own mark. I guess no guessing what type of boat he's using.
No, and he knows what he wants for each river, and that's when the new models come out. It'll be interesting to see if he goes away from this World Cup and tinkers with another model for next year's Worlds.
Well, let's see how he's going on the first split. We're very much in touch, in fact,
Yeah,
slightly
he's
up.
right on it.
And we saw
He's
a
having
slight
a
lower
nice
before.
line there. Ooh.
Still pretty good.
Yeah, I think he might have just had a bit of a lap hit there, but it's going to be such fine margins in the men.
As you can see on your screen. Oh, look, he comes in
yes.
0.36, so
That's a
no
really
matter
good
where
run.
he
He should be happy
finishes.
with
That'd be,
that.
yeah, very competitive.
So the men's boat, is it the same as your boat? Exactly the same as it?
Oh, the kayak is a bit bigger for you can see on the back wing is the actual model. So I paddle a Winnie. There's the Wackers, the Wackatoos, Kyans, and the Tongas that they make out there at the moment.
by a Tonga. Here we go. There's Vid de Bredak from Slovenia.
Yeah, now the Slovenian men are looking really good on the whitewater. They're so agile in their bodies.
Yeah, Vid's a great mate of mine. He's spent part of our summer out training with us in Avoca there, and yeah, he's just coming down the last part now, just behind on the split, trying to place his strokes here. Such a big, strong guy. You stand next to him and you almost feel intimidated. He's he's a big dude.
He had a good run at the Worlds though, didn't he, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, he finished third in the Worlds last year, just third rank now. He probably won't be too pleased with that one. A couple of things he would like to have fixed.
Oh, first Frenchie's off. Hugh. See, it's
First of 6.
yeah,
First of 6. Wow.
Really attacking the top end here.
Slightly up on that split already, although he took that as a big hit there.
Yeah, really slowed him up.
And that surgy rock round there is so tricky.
A lot of left strokes to try and correct it. He's really trying to bring it back now.
Do you think he's lost some speed?
Just a little bit up there, but good opportunity to bring it back on the final drops here. He's looking good so far.
Taking very tight lines.
Yeah.
Timing his strokes nicely though, and just slicing across there. And that was good there. See how much speed he can get in this last couple of seconds.
Well, 5 athletes have gone now. They're all 5 between 1.63 of each other.
Tight margins.
Clement 4 again from France. I think we'll only mention if they're not from France.
Yeah, if you weren't sure he was from France, just look at his cheeks and his paddles.
They're very patriotic. They win my award for the most patriotic boats.
They are, yeah. Off, that hit again.
Well, look at that. But
just
yeah,
like,
but he's 0.7 up.
yeah, but I think that last hit is
It's
just
going to affect the next split, I feel.
Look at his facial expressions. It's
Really
isn't it?
working well there to bring it back, though.
It's power.
Still down well. He's
found a bit of time there. He must have really had a sweet line.
But he manages to keep the full force on, and that stopped a bit, and stay at the same time.
Yeah, he's got a good catch at the front of his stroke. You can see him just sort of
He's
levering off and
grabbing every bit of water he can.
So, Hannah Brown's international sprint paddler as well. So you know all about catching.
yes. And you can see some awesome flat water technique in some of these guys. And they would have trained on the flat water for the majority of their training. Really, it's all about the speed and fitness. But
So your Max Hoffwer was obviously quite a good chap. Here we go. Next to go is Anze Uanka.
Yeah, he's quite a young fellow. He's probably only about 18, 19. He's won the Junior World Championship in the United States last year. Good start, 0.27 up on the split.
just timing it lovely through there. Oh, he's missed a stroke.
Caught the edge a bit there and sort of caught up in the middle of the line. Bit checked, but that's the thing. On that corner there, it's being tight on that flatter bit is crucial for setting up the last part. It just affected the line he took leading into the final stages there.
Lost a bit of boat speed, a bit of time there. Oh.
Well, comes into 5th.
Take a lot of confidence though from that first split though. Very speedy up till that point.
So next to go from Germany, Yannick Lemen.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong guy as well.
So I'm hearing that most of these guys are pretty big and pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's more of his height also. He's just a really long guy as well. As
Big, tall German.
good start up in the split.
Yeah. He's done that quite nicely as well. Yeah, not even barely any water on his deck there. He's steering a lot. He's not going to make that right-hand drop line. You'll see some of the guys stick so far right close to those rocky ledges, but they just seem to ping over those drops lovely. He's looking tired now. He's going for it. It's going to be close.
Not too bad.
So close.
Technically he wasn't good and he looked tired, so he didn't do too badly there.
He carried that boat speed much better.
So Czech Republic from Germany, 2 Frenchies have gone, 4 to go. And it's Muzek Kamil from the Czech Republic.
Yeah, Camille's more of a noted classic paddler. He's really good over those longer distances, but
he's a bit of an animal, isn't he?
yeah, they seem to be able to pull him out when it's challenging whitewater, and he paddled really well to get himself into the final yesterday. Just
most of the athletes wearing full winter gear, and he's ready for the beach, isn't he?
He's quite well known for just carrying skins though. He's a hardy Czech, but he's taken this really wide. That's an unusual line there for him.
Yeah, that's.
Does it work against him, you think?
Yeah, I reckon he's taken a bit of a hit in that second one. Set up nicely for these two, but I think the margins will be too small to have taken that line in the men's. Yeah, he's not off the time already, but
Analyse that perhaps a bit later.
but yeah, he did paddle really well to make the final. Yesterday he must have had a flyer.
Well, next to go
Max Francescan.
Yeah, another Slovenian.
So he spent a bit of time in the sprint boat as well. Actually, he's got a bit of crossover.
A lot of the Slovenians have spent a lot of time in all the boats, though. Slalom, flat water, and wildwater. It's such a healthy canoeing nation, I'd say.
We've got some magnificent rivers as well.
Oh, we do. Yeah.
Hopefully, stopping in on the way back. Socha.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Beautiful
gorgeous.
place.
Rocky, but gorgeous.
So how's it going?
Nice.
Yeah, it's hit the final drops looking pretty good. Has to grip this water. Can be tight with Thomas Slovak here.
Yeah, right to the line. I think a second or so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's
Must have
amazing.
lost
It
a
shows
bit.
how within
Yeah.
1.5 seconds, all
So
9
close.
athletes, or the first 8 athletes in 1.6 seconds so far.
You can see how you can lose time though. Like, just a small hit there, and the time just ebbs away.
Simon Oven again from Slovenia.
Yeah. So Simon's actually in the contention for the overall World Cup standings. He's him and the other French guy, Paul Jean, who's coming up in a couple of minutes' time.
How many have you had and how
Cut
many are
that
there?
really well.
So there's 4 World Cups. This is the last one, and so 2 classic, 2 sprint. So there was last weekend in Slovenia. So Simon actually won the classic down here the other day, and he was second in the other classic. And
Yeah.
he's having a little
I
problem
don't
here
think
though.
he's having a good run
No,
though. Bless him.
a
He's
little
not on
problem.
it. Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah, this is going to put him down the ranks a bit. So doors wide open for Paul Jean, who's coming up quite soon. But
So you put the classifications together, in sprint and classic.
yeah, it becomes just an overall point score between the 4 races, and they have an overall World Cup winner for each category.
Well, next go is Slovenia again.
Nedge. It's probably a.
Nates, there's a few ways to pronounce his name. No one's too sure. But Nates is a multiple world champion. He's won countless World Cups. He's
He's an awesome paddler on the
yeah.
white water. But he had a bit of an unfortunate incident. The bottom rapid popped my shoulder, but it popped the deck of his boat the other day. So
he's borrowing Tim Collar's boat by the look of it.
Did his boat sink?
he's written off, I'd say for sure. Yeah, he did have a little bit of sinking.
He's down on the split.
Yeah. You just see how agile he is with his body, but
Yeah,
he's
he can
throwing
just
it
move
around.
everything.
It's going to be tight there all the way to the line. See what happens.
Certainly going to be close.
Yes,
Well,
found
losing
a
the
lot
first
of
place.
time right at the end there. Wow.
42.89. So
It's
that's a competitive time. It should be. He
Oh,
knows it could have been a bit better, but I think that will still have him quite up there.
yeah.
Well,
He's laid it down for the 4 Frenchies to come down now.
yeah,
for
as you
sure.
mentioned, there's 2 French gone, 4 to go. Paul Jean.
Yeah, this is the guy who's in the contention for this World Cup. He's quite a young guy. I think he's only about 20 years old, and just
Well, up at the first split. As you
Yeah.
wow, yeah,
Oh,
that's a
he's
great
timed that
start.
really nice there. Oh, he's
Ooh.
cutting a bit too much though.
Not too much
Lose
speed
speed.
loss. No, he's looking okay so far. This is
He's
all.
just crabbing around that corner a touch too much though.
He has gone down on the split.
See how much time he can get through these drops though. You can just see some of the French are just gliding past those stoppers though. They know exactly where to put their boats.
And how long does it take? 100 runs or 10 years or
Ooh.
a couple of runs?
I reckon a good couple of sort of training blocks out here because it's so physically demanding that by the end of an hour you're pretty pooped. I reckon a couple of training camps you'll be
You have a good
switching
feel.
back on. Yeah, and I think these first days will be really tricky.
Go to
This is
Gune,
Gaton,
number
yeah.
3 French, 3 to go.
Now he actually came to the UK a couple of years ago for a winter's training. So
Really?
yeah, he's an awesome paddler, and a really really solid sprinter.
And where's the best place to train in the UK?
Well, we're pretty limited for white water, unfortunately. We've got Home Pier Point, obviously a nice natural, an open man-made course, but we've got to head to Wales or Scotland for some good white water, really.
Well, let's see. Is exactly even on the time, or the system's broken.
I think he's looking pretty good. He's timing his strokes well. I think Nedge made massive time up here though, so. He's
Oh,
nicked
a
that
little
rock.
caught in that eddy there. He's going to lose some time.
He's still on. Oh, he's lost a lot just
Yeah.
there.
1.63 back and moves into 6th place.
Maybe if he shaved his beard off, he'd go faster.
Tell him.
That's what I said to my brother too.
Yeah.
2 left to go. Paul Graton, who's also from France.
Yeah, and he won a silver
At the Worlds,
at the
yeah.
Worlds a couple of weeks ago, so he's a proper sprinter, and you can see how.
World champion from last year too, so.
Yeah. Oh, but he's
Ooh,
cutting
little
it all a
problem
little
here.
bit too much. Oh. Slightly down
They're
on the
just trying
split.
to do better than the rest, I guess.
Yeah, it's so easy to overcook that first corner there, I can imagine.
With the adrenaline, the pressure, there's a few thousand people out cheering on. Obviously, expectations of home crowd and home glory.
And the French all have stonking qualifiers, so high expectations, but I think he's
Really checked there.
taking a bit too much of that. It's going to be hard push to make those top 3 spots with that, I think.
Right, so going to 8th, less than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So last competitor to go, and surprise, surprise, also from France. Maxime Barou.
Yeah, Maxime
Makes sense.
he's been the best I've seen paddling this course for sure.
Yeah, so focused every time he's on, even for training.
Yeah.
You know, he'll say hello, but really just glued to what he's doing here. And
He's again quite agile with the boat and the body and timing the strokes, and he's fighting for that corner, but
there's the Captain America design on the boat there.
So the facts are the 6 French boats, but low far 1 to go. We have Slovenia, Czech Republic, and Germany leading.
yes.
It's a good looking line coming into the final stages.
0.6 to make up. 0.6 down will put him in 2nd place so far.
Yeah, and he's fighting it well all the way down here. He was the fastest qualifier yesterday over 42, so he's going to be
No,
sixth
6th
again.
place.
Oh no.
So it just shows that your
Disappointment
mate
in them,
Nej from Slovenia is the top dog.
Yeah,
Nedge had a stonking
delivered.
run, yeah. I think he
Thomas-
didn't have a perfect run as well, and still head and shoulders above the rest.
And then Tomáš Slovak, who designs your boat,
Yeah, that's
obviously
Yeah,
does
He'll
that's
be
a
something
result
right.
for him.
pretty
Yeah.
happy with that,
Here you
I
go.
imagine.
And you're the K1 man. You tell us what happened.
Well, Nate's in first from Slovenia. Yeah, just holding good form, always winning World Cups. So that's sort of quite a trend for him to be there. Tomáš Slovak, Hannah's boat designer, and Yannick Lemon. That's a good result for the Germans, and I'm sure the
4th by Davide is awesome
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well, the
yeah.
Italian. Really good
5th,
run
6th,
by
7th, 8th,
Jeez,
9th,
look
10th
at
for the French.
row of French there and
him.
Slovenians.
Slovenians following up the rear, yeah. It's
Jesus,
tight margins though.
So it's just very unforgiving. Any small mistake there, it's everyone. I mean, you got to leave it all in the water, and everyone there is having such a lash at it, and that's just the way it goes. I think be a few people disappointed, but it's that's the nature of the sport, I guess. People really just going after it, and
It's all great practice for next year's Worlds though. to be
Yeah,
honest,
it's
like, to
really
get
good
out in a
eye-opener,
race,
yeah.
It's a tough course. From anything we've had for the past couple of years, I'd say.
Yeah, well, the course where we had the World Championships last year in Vienna was again a man-made course, but on a left bend, so basically the opposite direction of this. So it's
So we're cancelling it out then.
Next year, you're going a straight line, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a little bit of break, I believe. If you look at the schedule, that's 3 events gone: C1 men, C1 K1 women, and K1 men. Then we're going to come back at, it's now 14:49 Central European time, at 15:04 if my timetable is to be believed. Then we have the C1 women final, the C2 final. So 2 more big events to go. Just let me confirm if we're going to stay on or we're going to shoot off. Hello, anyone out? Well, he certainly thinks we have 15 minutes off.
The safety guys have been awesome out here. They've been properly on it.
As soon as what impressed me with the slalom guys is that they don't come and gently rescue you. They just rip you out of the water as quickly as you can, because you've swallowed probably a couple of.
And it's quite cold water. It kind of takes your breath away as well. I know that unfortunately from a swim. But they got to clear the course for people going around as well, because you're coming around with such speed. Like, it's actually a bit dangerous if you're
It's basically been
bobbing
hit
down
full
in
on
the
one of
water.
those.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with those qualifications yesterday, there were 30-second intervals. So if someone had a problem, there was quite tricky getting them out of the way. Or
Yeah, the odd boat floating down. I think there was a couple of reruns, wasn't there?
there was, yeah,
Some of the guys. So.
people having to backstroke and try and manoeuvre around, but it's good there's always an opportunity for a rerun, a protest in that instant.
Yeah. No, it's good for the sport, and I definitely had some interesting practice runs. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it's probably 50-50 with me of something that's decent to something that's really awful, and unfortunately my second qualification run was one of those awful ones and wasn't to be, but still happy with how it's gone this week. It's, being a World Championships here next year, it is good to come and do the World Cup the year before and get the taste of it. And
definitely, and I don't know about you, but knowing what the feel of the water is going to be.
Yeah, because everything's different. No course is the same, and that's the beauty of the sport, I reckon. It's sort of always testing, and those, especially here, there's different surges of whitewater. It's not always the exact same, piece of water you get every time, so there's that unpredictability.
Yeah. And the C1 women are off already.
Well, that's good. The first of the C1 women have actually come through.
So we've got the Italian girl coming down first. This is a tricky course for a C1 woman. Like I said, it was so physical. For us in kayak, we've got two paddles, sorry. These girls are...
But it's good to see.
The depth in the field is...
Yeah, it's really starting to develop. It's sort of a new category that came in a few years ago. I can't tell you exactly what year, but...
I think it was around Borg. 2012 it started to come in, but you can definitely see the standards
definitely
jumped up, and actually these girls are pretty awesome, some of them.
Yeah, I would be
so in control,
definitely swimming by now if I was in the C1, so hat off.
But she's either very slight or she makes the boat seem very large.
I think some of these girls are very slight and very small, but...
Well, she definitely moves into first place. Valentina Azzuti from Italy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 athletes due to go down, and it's Rachel Houston, who you hopefully know.
Great Britain, yes. Rachel, she's come from a slalom background. She's a women's C1 over there, and she's got great control over the boat. But I think just stringing those runs together, she's growing in confidence through this week. She's driving now. It's really good. Just about with the C1s taking as much boat speed through these stoppers each time, like this, they are small, slight people, like just keeping the boat running straight, whereas the boat gets pushed around. But she's on a good line here. She's going to take a bit of a donk there, but yes, that's good, Rachel. I'm following her around because we have different training slots. So as a nation, we kind of been around trying to help coach and guide the other paddlers in the other hour slots, and she's been going from strength to strength, and she's just caught that edit ever so but she's in first. I think she'll be both pleased and frustrated with that.
She looks certainly tired anyway.
Yeah, physically demanding this course.
Alice Bonato say yes, it's bounce. There's no time to relax, is there?
Alice has got pedigree in her blood, like her dad. Vladi Bonato is multiple world champion in C1 and C2. And
so probably she had no choice.
Well, potentially, but she's definitely looking in control of that boat. She's again really young, I think. I'm not 100% sure how old she is, but fair dues. Although she's slightly off at the split so far, but there's a lot to gain at this bottom. But you've seen this, I think the past two girls just catching the eddies ever so slightly. And
she's more just steering as opposed to paddling.
Yeah, I think once you've lost that boat speed, you've got to really fight the water to not get pushed into these eddies either side. I assume that's where it's really difficult when you've just got one blade, but...
Yeah, and the crossbow doesn't quite do it justice. Like in slalom, they can't.
They can whip their boats around so quickly. These, especially the C1s at the moment, I imagine, are still quite big and probably fitted out mainly for the guys. So now, Sveen Eichenberger, I believe, from Switzerland.
But certainly has some sponsors or some younger brothers or sisters who like sticking things on.
No, she's a formidable kayak paddler. She's been around for decades. I think I shouldn't mind me saying that, but
very experienced athlete.
Very experienced. She's taken the C1 up, and I think when she has a great run, she's flying. She's just
up at the moment.
That control,
yeah. Look at that, 0.65 up, so doing something rightly.
Just keeping that boat running straight past these, stopping number 3 and number 4, just losing the boat speed, but she's controlled that well actually. It's really nice.
She had a big swim there yesterday in the qualifications actually.
She did in the first run, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's always going to be at the back of your mind though,
So
isn't
there
it?
were two qualification runs down if you needed them.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
top
so-
5 go through
Well,
from
look
the
at that.
first
We
run, but
just chatting around her, but she goes into first place. Well
nice,
done.
she had a good run. I think she'll be happy. She looks pretty pooped. There's a lot of appreciation.
Manon Durand, first of 3 French athletes going down.
Yeah.
So far the French haven't really fulfilled their potential, or their hopes, I guess.
Yeah, it's that home crowd nerves potentially, but I think the C1 women, they've been looking pretty good, a couple of them. A couple of the French girls, so
Well, there's a couple of
Yeah,
very
she's
enthusiastic
struggling on this corner,
spectators
though.
sprinting around after.
I can
yeah,
imagine.
waving the flag around. They're going pretty crazy out there.
Well, look, 3 seconds down on the intermediate split, and this is, as you can see, the C1
She's done that
final.
really nicely here.
That's a
the
great line.
best we've seen women C1 do that so far, yeah. She's taking a bit of that. She's keeping the boat running really nice. She'd gained a lot of time now from those last couple of stoppers.
So
Very
very good
close
ending,
on
but
it.
just moves into second place.
Still gained 2 seconds.
Yeah,
though
just
from
in that last
first
section.
Split, yeah.
And that's the beauty of, having a good line set up in advance. It can make a lot of difference in the back end.
Massively. It's just this corner here.
Claire
It
Hub,
looks like Claire is doing
again
really
from France.
nicely.
Yeah,
she's
she's been
determined.
very consistent lately. Always seems to be up there and having a
That's
great
a
run
really
so
great
far.
line, yeah. She's going to be well up at the split, I think.
Really pushing the boat around.
Nearly 2 seconds. She's paddling with such confidence that you can see her attacking. She knows when to time his strokes. She's got that confidence that her boat's going to be in the right place, and that was nice.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at the fastest run so far here for sure.
Reference point 59.07. Second place would be a second behind that.
Yeah, I reckon we're going for a
New leader.
57 here.
Oh, well done.
Oh no.
3.15 into the lead and guarantees herself a medal.
Very, very good.
No, three to go, sorry. Sabrina Barn.
Now she is looking really good out here. She's come from a bit of a creaking background, and she's absolutely fearless. I think she can string a run together.
I haven't seen anyone looking scared yet, to be fair.
I've been watching her on the bottom rapid there when we were practicing that earlier in the week. She's got on and on and on that, and
The famous one that did for your shoulder.
yeah, the
Is it that
the
scary? Is
famous
it bigger
one.
than these?
Ooh. It's a different. It's a natural rapid, and it's just got a bit of a dog leg in and some nasty rocks and stopper pull rovers, but
Well, look at this. Half a second, fifth of a second down, sorry, in the
so
split.
close. She just got caught in a couple of these stoppers here. Just keep on. Oh, look at that skill there. That
Just saved it, almost straight into that rock, but
crossbow rudder there was well timed.
will cost her a bit of time, but pretty good run so far.
Yeah,
And again.
Svitlero's pushing her out wide.
Yeah, she's just crabbing around that corner,
Well, it's
but
unfair because she's gone 10 metres further than anyone else.
potentially.
Moves into provisional third place. 2 athletes left to go. France, Cindy Cote.
So this is the final French athlete. Oh, she's just controlled that really well.
Stopped the boat a bit.
Yeah. Just avoiding that eddy, but she's come down that drop nicely. Bit of a hit there though. Yeah. Oh, but a switch. Very
Yeah.
nice. Very well timed there for sure. And she's switched back to a dominant side.
She's making up time.
Yes. I think there's a lot of time to be made up in these bottom
We don't see
stoppers.
much. I haven't seen much switching so far.
That's the,
I think that's the first, yeah, to be fair. Even in the men, I don't think I saw
Do you
any.
both switch?
Well, every stroke I switch, yeah.
Stupid question. Stupid.
I think it's more common in the classic races. People, they've got a bit of time.
Oh.
Just moved into second place.
Yeah, but she gained a lot of time in that bottom bit. That cheeky switch would have been good.
Oh.
Oh, now
Martina
this is
Stakova, who's pretty much in every race.
She
Yeah,
is.
just
Will
come
she
on.
be in the slalom cross later? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Would
Oh,
surprise
she's
me.
cutting that eddy, but she's
And look at
controlled
that,
that well.
0.37 up.
Now she is a switcher. Look at that. She's switched twice already. But then I think you need to. She's timing it well. She knows when the right's is stronger than the left.
Oh, it's
for
a beautiful
sure.
one, yeah.
And again.
Wow.
And she's come from a slalom background, and I think she's
1.18 up. So
Massively
far
up,
it's
yeah.
Claire Hab in 55.92.
That's a really nice line. She's got such control of the boat there. She's got stalled a bit though. See how much time. Ooh, bit of a grind. bump and grind there.
My last athlete down. Can she come under 55.92?
Coming really close, all the way to
Yes.
the line. Whoa.
Well, yeah.
A
Massive
victory.
margin, yeah.
Well done. If you gain all the races, you put up your chances of winning one, I guess.
Yeah, well, you get way more training time. She'll be in the K1 women's slot as well as the C1 women's slot. There's doubling it on anyone else, but she looks so happy, and that was an awesome run.
Well
Well
done.
deserved, yeah.
Makes up for the fourth, I think it was, she just had in the K1 earlier, so
Yeah,
she'll be
very
very
close.
happy with that.
Well, yeah, so cleaned up a C1 again. It's awesome when you do both the classic and the sprint.
Dave Martinez
Formidable.
Stakova won them both. Claire Hub his silver medal, and Cindy Kate takes the bronze for France, with Switzerland, Germany, France, Great Britain and Italy taking up the 8th, 9th places.
Small margins though, actually. All those girls really did themselves justice on a really, really tough course.
And now
held
it's
their
going to
lines
be
well.
showtime, where we have the C2.
C2 men, yes. Now these are absolute tankers come charging down the
Yeah.
river, actually. I have no idea how they control them, but
They won't be switching there. They're, obviously two men get to take one side of the boat and they work together to control it and keep it in a nice straight line. And it's when they're in timing and when they're working well together, it's beautiful to see. It's really impressive.
So how much time do they manage to have together? So if you have a pair that's, I guess, paddled together for 5 years, are they having 2 sessions a day or 2 sessions a week, or how does it
I guess
typically
it's
work?
where geography, where they live as training partners. I think a lot of the internationals will be from the same club, so they get to train every session together, I imagine. There's a couple of the French guys though double up in C1 and C2, so it's
luckily,
tricky.
we're
Yeah.
feeling more at home now. The rain started.
Starting to
Yeah,
rain.
here it is.
Well, first up will be the British pairing, so maybe this rain will
Won't be a problem for the Brits.
No.
Yeah,
Sure, they
just-
feel quite at home.
Just when we thought it was gone.
It's coming out. It's a big grey cloud in the background. There.
So again, we have the last 4 crews down again with French.
Yeah. And a couple of them have gone already in C1, sorry, I'd say. Santa Maria and Louis Le Plon. We've also got a couple of K1 men have sort of doubled up. We've got
Yeah, Max Francescan there from
Yeah.
Slovenia.
Gerhard Schmidt. He hasn't raced here in K1, but he was a well-known K1 paddler for many years. So they're it's interesting to see the crossover there in C2 for sure. But
So here we go, final C2 men, 10 crews going in the reverse order of their fastest qualifications. And this, where will it be won and lost?
again, fine lines. They've got a considerably larger boat, and I think the boat will track the sort of the flow line quite well. But if you're off it, they'll be off it quite quickly. And
Tell us about Hunt and Follingham.
spun off. Well, they're a very new pairing. Ryan Hunt is a C1 paddler and raced C1 yesterday over here. Little Will is a junior. He's only 16, and this is his first ever river race competition. He's come from
to
slalom.
make
so
the final, let's see.
yeah, they had a couple of bumpy runs yesterday, bless them, but their boat has been patched up and they're ready and raring to go. So we'll see what they can do. They've got the experience of some slalom in the front and some river racing in the back. It's an interesting pairing, but they're looking forward to racing at Murel in Austria at the under-23s this year. So this is all really good experience for them. But I think the margin's going to be so tight in this C2.
Say our 16-year-olds, where?
Will in the front is the 16-year-old.
Ryan's looks quite solid.
Ryan is the powerhouse in the back for sure.
And here they go.
Yeah.
Let's see the first time they're going to lay down.
Just get these boys timing it nicely together, powering it through.
So is it the same as slalom, where you have one as steer and one powers, or do they both work together?
I believe it's a bit of both. Again, I can't comment because I'm not a C2 paddler, but
But you are a world champion there, Hannah Brown from Great Britain.
yeah.
And Rob McIntyre from Australia. So Rob, do you fancy a chance in this?
Oh, they're just holding on to that.
Do you fancy having a go at this?
Yeah, you and your brother could jump in one
Yeah,
day,
well,
surely.
my brother and I are both in the K1s at the moment, but people always make a bit of a joke and say you should do it, boys, but it's sort of not really anyone's doing it in Australia. We're sort of pretty K1 dominant. We prefer it that way, or the boys just drifting a bit here.
Yeah. Having a straight line run now, actually, which is... They've definitely been playing with the eddies. That's really good for them. They're driving through all the way to the line.
Is it normal to compare with the, I don't know, the K1 individual women, or?
Boys
Oh, sorry, yeah, I was
TV.
looking at little Will celebrating there.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
Well done.
he's got a good line. Look at him, he's so chirpy. Right, Spanish crew up now.
Sakun Padilla,
Yeah.
well, already half second up.
Second up on that split, but bit of a big hit on that corner. See how much that front guy is leaning across the boat. Yeah. Getting all that reach. It's a nice line there, just catching the eddy. Oh, what a save.
Yeah. Caught the edge there a bit, and
I guess once you catch the edge with one of them, like they've got
yeah,
weight of two big guys there on that one stroke. It's pretty intense to hold it up, but these
looking
guys
good.
are on a good run for sure. Yeah, they can.
Crack the 50 maybe.
Oh, only just outside.
Yeah.
That was a massive step up from yesterday's runs, I think, by them. So they must be happy.
Well,
You can see it in their
clearly
face.
after two, they've moved into the lead. Schmid and Draxel from Austria.
So this
The
is
first
good.
Austrians we've seen in the final.
Yeah. Well, Gerhard in the front is the XK1 paddler, and he's definitely got the pedigree on the white water. He's won countless medals in K1 over the years.
Claims he's too old for it now, but
Oh, really?
he's
He'd still do well.
oh yeah, he very good in the classic, that's for sure. Always can dig deep there. Good lead here so far, half
Yeah.
a second.
That's really good. They came third in the classic the other day. That's going to hurt their boat
there's
there.
the
But
boat.
that is
Yeah.
that's a big hitter on the C2. So extra length and extra weight is.
You feel it.
I can hear it. I think from here.
They're only 20 metres away.
But they're going to be outside the Spanish time. So the Spanish boys had a really, really solid run.
So 3 teams of 10 gone so far. And it is Slovenia to go next.
Peter was in the C1 just a short time ago, I believe.
Team Pelu, they call themselves there. Yeah. Peter and Luca, very nice guys from Slovenia.
Yeah.
0.84 up. They won the Worlds in Valtellina, I believe it was. They're,
A few years back.
yeah, that was 2014. Looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, they're a
Great
big
run.
fan of big water then, these boys. 2 seconds up already. They're
Wow, yep.
fully in control.
Oh, a little touch
Taking
on
that
the...
donk again.
Yeah, it's a very fine line there.
I
The
wonder if
C2s.
it's inevitable to take a bit of a tap there on the C2s, I don't know. Oh gosh, what a save.
Almost went in the drink then.
Yeah.
That was
Still parrying to the line, I think they might
just
just
get the
have
lead for
it,
now,
but
yeah.
So they perhaps regret some of the end
yeah.
movements there, although they do go into first place.
Yeah, but they lost that extra second they had at the split for sure, and
The Czechs we've already seen
Anton Helios in the
in
C1.
the wall, that's right.
You can see these two work really well together. The timing is immaculate. So, through that wave chain.
Just that little sweep stroke
Yeah.
to straighten it up there by the
Spin it
back paddler.
And again. Oh, they cut in that corner really well.
So Hannah, describe the distraction.
I think some children have come to play with their bubble machines
Who are the-
outside
who
the
are the
window.
children?
Oh no, actually it's the British team. Sorry.
Anyway,
there's
let's watch these. Just the last few meters. Are they going to be in touch? Time to go for is 49.64.
I think they might be really close, if not up
Yeah,
by.
it's looking good.
Yeah, massive. 2 seconds.
Well done, the Czechs
Oh,
going
and
to
they're
first
happy.
place.
They know it was a good one. Here's Max, Slovenian. Sorry, Simon was up in C1 and Max was up in K1. Just, well, such a short turnaround for these two.
Keep them busy.
Yeah, they're getting wet in those waves, but those two are so strong. They're powering through.
Solid
And
straight line so
Crucially,
far.
Yeah.
they're slightly up at the moment.
Yeah, all marginally up. That's really good. Simon just did a bit of a turn around that corner, but they're powering across that flat really nice. Oh, there's quite an edge they catch
Yeah.
there, isn't it?
It's a good line leading into these final stages. You really want to be tight on the right, the river right up there, and then cross over to the left.
That was good. They didn't get that tail hit the rest of the C2 been getting, I think. This could be a solid run by these
Yeah.
two. Their arms must be burning from those previous runs. Oh,
Right.
Oh, wow.
10th of a second, they move into second place, and there's 4 teams to go, and they're all from France.
yeah, but I think they should be really happy with that. That was a solid run.
So Leduc and Zugari.
This C2 pairing I don't know. I've never seen before, but
There always seems to be a new pairing and
yeah.
new paddler out of France that appears at a World Cup that you've never seen before, but they're world class. It's
Feels
just
so
the
good.
depth is amazing in France. It's
Well, they're slightly up as well.
yep.
Yeah. Again, they would have held the race here at selection, so we had that slight advantage, I'd
Mm.
say. But yeah, they're so in time, so synchronised together. You can see they're driving the boat forward all the time.
Third of
Stroke
a
by
second
stroke,
up
yeah.
now.
Oh, but that was a hit there. I
Checked
think
there a
they
bit,
just
yeah. Slow them up slightly, but it's going to be tight.
it's going to go all the way down to the line. They've held that quite nicely though here, but
We're going to see them.
Only
Oh, they
just,
move into
yeah.
first place. So we have a French medalist.
We have a French gold medal.
yeah.
There it
Not
is.
necessarily.
The
Yes,
Yeah, the last
yes.
few, yeah.
Sorry.
three
Well
more
done.
French teams coming down.
Quentin is
Please the home crowd.
yes, it will. French national anthem.
Again.
Again.
Well, and they're up, so each team is
Yeah.
doing better than the last.
Now this C2 won in Banjaluk a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure the classic or the sprint, but they definitely formidable pairing.
Great timing there. It's
Yeah.
just spot on.
It almost looks like a K1 paddler if he looks directly on, but
Apart from both blades going.
Oh,
both blades going on the same side. But you can just see the synchronicity of them, and they're just completely symmetrical. It's pretty Oh, if this is going to be a quick time if they just get around that corner. I think they're going to have a
Yeah, let's
good
look at that.
lead. Yeah.
So each French team, frighteningly 2 more French teams to go. We know now that France has the gold and silver medal.
Definite medals guaranteed there.
So Mahu and Toubadi, Damien Pierre. How's your shoulder holding up? You keep grimacing every now and then. Is that excitement or is that just
I
pain?
think I've forgotten to take some painkillers.
Hannah
It's all
Brown
about
dislocated her shoulder. A couple of days ago now?
Yeah, 2.5 days. Back on Thursday. It's by far the most painful thing I've ever done. So I would sympathise with anyone that's.
Put it out.
Yeah,
But it's safely back in again now.
it did. Yeah. It's all
Well,
good.
look, half a second down on the split,
Yeah,
which should,
they're
if they
taking
say
a
that would put them in
central
second
line.
place.
Taking a nice line for these last few stoppers though. It's just about keeping that water off the deck here, but bit of a hit there.
Going to be again very close for all the Frenches.
Yes.
Are they going to go for third medal? No. No, fifth out of the
Drop back
place.
a bit.
So we have France leading, France in second, and France last to go in the final of the C2 coming to you live from Pau. Debray à la Pointe.
Yeah, Tony and Louis. These two are also awesome.
Very reliable paddlers, yeah.
Very recognisable green boat that I've seen bombing down the river, and you can see.
Do they use the
really
same
work
boat
well
for
together.
sprint and classic?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you turn up with one boat?
Yeah. Well, some people turn up with two, a learning boat and then a race boat, because the boats take a bit of a beating on the white water with the rocks, and here the eddies, the walls have been a bit unforgiving for sure, but
Well, look at that, quarter of a second up.
yeah, these two are looking nice and tight.
These boys won the classic the other day also, so they're looking
To double up.
double up.
Yeah, formidable crew. They ran through that really nicely. I reckon
That's going
they're gonna be so
Yes,
close,
it
but
looks like
they've
they're
got
going
it
to
for
in
sure.
by
And you
0.6
can
of a
see
second
how
and
happy
you
they are.
doubled up.
Ah,
Awesome
that's
by those
great.
two.
That's what we like to see.
In front of a home crowd as well.
Clean
Wow.
sweep.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a taste of
So
what wild
one-
water can give you in
1,
the
2,
sprint.
3 for France and in the C2 though. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Pretty mighty. Yeah, there you go. The finals of Wildwater over.
That was very, very quick. Great fun.
Yeah.
Very quick.
See, it's fast racing. It's exciting.
So France, Deroyel, La Pointe, D'ailleurs, and Santa Maria, Le Duc, and Zugari, gold, silver medal for France.
Yeah, impressive. Again, it's the depth, isn't it? They're just solid paddlers out here, and go to their national championships, and it's like turning up at a world championships. Really, the standard is so high. It's really, really good for the sport.
Well, it's good. They've got a wonderful facility here. Obviously, they have the experience, the training staff, and the national geography, which helps as well.
Massively, and they'll have an excellent backdrop for the World Championships next year. They'll definitely go to town, and this organisation, it'd be really exciting to be part of that.
So the date's been changed, hasn't it? It was going to be the beginning of September, now it's the end, I believe.
Or the middle-ish, 19th, 20th?
Yeah, I haven't
Watch
looked
this
that far ahead. Yeah, to be honest.
We'll check the website out.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for live coverage of the Wildwater. We've had a lot of fun. I hope you've learned something. I hope your favourites have done themselves justice. Hannah Brown, hope the shoulder is better soon, and we'll see you again in the sprint season, no doubt. Rob McIntyre, thank you very much, and we look forward maybe next year in the C2 with your brother.
We'll see. I don't know.
That's a claim there.
So that was a definite yes. Okay, well, great. Thanks for that, and we'll catch you all soon. For boating fans, we're back on the air on the live stream in about 3/4 an hour for the quarterfinals of the slalom cross, which is exciting and drama guaranteed. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.
Et c'est un jeu aussi avec les champions 2016 de sprint qui a fait deuxième. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous raconter